Yeah. That. Volume 7. Get out while you can. Hello everyone, this is Browser Galaxy 10. Welcome to our rambling review of RWBY Volume 7.
Well, that happened!
Yeah, let me just start by saying the credits started to roll. There was silence.
For a good 20 seconds of it. And then I went to Joel and was like, is your mouth also open?
And I was like, yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't mention this, but I was about to ask the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
well then. So what do we start with?
Why don't we start with Team RWBY?
New costumes!
I love the new... Oh yeah, let's start with just the new costumes in general. 99% of them are amazing.
Blake's is great.
Blake's is the best one so far, although I'll admit, a little bit, I started to realize they went a little bit overboard on the zippers, but it's still my favorite one.
They did a very good winter schnee too, with Weiss.
Yeah, Weiss's is also amazing. I love Weiss's.
Yeah.
RWBY somehow topped herself again!
And Yang is Yang.
And Yang is fine.
And Yang keeps stealing Coco's designs.
I was about to say minus the sunglasses, but then I thought about it.
Yeah, she does have the sunglasses. And she had the... like, all she's missing is a briefcase.
Briefcase and a minigun. So, as far as the actual characters, RWBY... Honestly, RWBY was kind of just there this volume.
Yeah.
She's still like, that was fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I like about RWBY is that they bring a lot of what would normally be side characters to the fore.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of refreshing that the main character sometimes doesn't feel like the main character.
Yep. Blake and Yang have a wonderful lesbian relationship.
I'm kind of like, okay, this is a thing. I can accept it, I guess.
Look, it's either they get together or Blake and Sun get together.
I will admit, they are doing a pretty decent job of writing.
Yes.
So,
and also they did kind of foreshadow it with them being the first teammates as well.
Yeah.
Teammates at first, so they...
I'm like, yeah, it's not what I wanted, but they're doing a good enough job with it that I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
And then Weiss.
Main character of the volume.
Yep. And I would say, I don't know if I told you this. Weiss has passed Yang up and is no longer my least favorite of the four.
Yep. Ah, finally, you're where I was.
Weiss is pretty great in this volume. Enjoyed her character a lot. My favorite part still, one of my favorite parts of the whole volume is when she arrests her dad. And I was like, wait, can I do that?
I can do that, right?
That was genius.
Yeah.
It was like they had like all this build-up of tension. And then they're like, okay, we finally got
I've seen a few of those of people reacting to the episode. Everyone cracks up at that.
It's so good.
I can do that, right?
It's so good. I love it so much. Oh yeah, by the way, they're all huntresses now, which is pretty great.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Took 7 volumes.
We made it. What are we talking about next?
Hey, Penny is alive!
Oh yeah, Penny's back! I mean, we knew that before we watched Volume because we watched the first episode.
We didn't actually mention it, though.
Oh. Yeah, we watched the first episode of Volume 7, like right around when we watched Volume 6.
We watched it right after the review of Volume 6, actually.
Oh, it was after. Okay.
Yep.
So we done that for a little while.
Yep.
Penny
is freaking great.
Penny steals the show anytime she's on screen in this volume.
Yep.
She's, at this point, she's my tentative second favorite character. Blake is now officially in like third place, possibly fourth.
Who's first again?
RWBY.
Oh. Okay.
RWBY's first. RWBY's first. No. Penny's second. Blake third, and Nora is fourth. So we talk. Oh, I guess we should probably actually talk about Penny beyond what we did.
Yeah.
So Penny is probably the other main character of this volume, to be honest. It is now the Winter Maiden, which I actually called like 20 minutes before it happened, and I'm kind of proud of that.
As Neo said at the beginning, spoilers inbound. We are spoiling the entire volume with our review. So
Penny is amazing, and I love her.
And I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad Ironwood's dumbass plan of being like, our enemies will never figure out that Winter is the Winter Maiden.
Ah! But yeah, really looking forward to seeing more of Penny. It's really cool that she's like basically a fifth protagonist at this point, which is awesome.
Yep, I freaking love her.
Yes, I love Penny. And also that the scene with the Scorpion guy, Tyrion.
Yeah.
Like framing her. I actually thought about that for a while, and I was like, so wait, so do you mean to tell me that there weren't any faunists there that could see in the dark? But then I thought about it again, and I'm like, wait a second, he killed everybody. It probably doesn't matter.
Also, Blake was there and could see in the dark, and she's the only one that he didn't kill.
Yeah, good on them for at least catching the fact that Blake would be able to see in the dark and not having her be there.
I think it
was just.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. She wasn't there. You're right.
It was just RWBY, Nora, Ren, and Penny.
Yep.
And then,
right.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about that. Actually, yeah, you're right.
So I almost was like plot hole, and then I was like, wait, actually no plot hole.
So Nora and Ren. One moment. Nora!
Yep, she finally did it.
Yes!
They finally did it. It is 100% official.
Yes! Yes!
Damien is a little bit happy, as you might be able to tell.
Yes! Finally!
I'm also very happy.
Thunder thighs!
I think that's an unrelated, separate, vaguely related. It's only related as far as Nora is involved in both, but separate thing. But I mean, it's still pretty great. Anyway, so Nora is now officially my probably third.
You said fourth. She above Blake or not?
Time for third with Blake.
Nora is amazing! Hammer waifus! Thunder thighs!
Honestly,
which I love that they took that from RWBY Shibby.
But honestly, what put her up there for me was when she just totally called out General Ironwood.
Yeah.
I was like, yes!
And I'm like, yes! Nora did this!
This is the other half of Nora that I need to see more of.
I'm like, this is Nora saying this.
Because that kind of thing is what makes that kind of thing is what makes comic relief characters for me, is when you see the side of them that isn't a comic relief character.
Yeah.
And Nora's great. I love Nora.
So Ren
was just
that thing with Neo turning into Nora. You could see his face being like, oh.
Yeah, she got him.
Yeah.
She got him. Other than that, though, Ren was a little bit just kind of there.
Yeah, except for the Noran ship that finally implemented.
That was fine.
Jean was also mostly just kind of there.
Yeah, Jean, I was just kind of like, I don't really like your haircut that much, but he has a shield upgrade, I guess. That's kind of neat.
He's great at being... his Ryuji cosplay is great.
Jean is still great, but...
Yeah.
He kind of is just... yeah. Jean is the thing.
So going through more of the returning characters, Oscar?
Why does Oscar have like 20 wisdom? Why does Oscar have the highest wisdom score of the whole party?
Inherited it from the Ozpin trait.
I really like how they've been characterizing him.
Yeah.
It's really
he's
fun.
not just Ozpin, he's his own person.
He's his own person, but he's also kind of Ozpin at the same... It's super cool how they've done it, where it's like, he is Ozpin, but he's also not Ozpin.
Yeah.
It's really it's like really fascinating and cool.
I love it.
And he finally got his semblance! Which
Yes!
I still don't really know what it is, but he has it!
Protection? Sonic protection bubble?
I has a force field.
I got the green shield. Crow?
But yeah, well, actually first is Oscar. Like him with, like his interactions with Ironwood were some of the coolest things in this volume for me. I really like those.
Especially that goddamn last one where it's like, good lord, things have gone downhill.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later during plot synopsis.
The Crow.
Wow, he gets through the ringer in this volume. Like, nothing good happens with it for him.
His unluckiness goes in a full swing for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor guy. I will... Should we bring up the Tyrion and, what's his name, and Crow battle right now?
That's stupid still. I still find that stupid.
The end of it was...
If you want to sell your differences, get the criminal first! Because you've seen him turn his back and frame people for murder! He's done it literally this volume!
Also, like, you could have gotten, like, almost literally the same impact from that scene if you just...
had Tyrion in the airplane until he struck.
Yeah, like, even, like, you know what they should have done? Have them fighting, have Tyrion, like, wake up.
Yeah.
And then, the next time you see him, he's stabbing the guy whose name I forgot. I forgot his name.
Clover, I think it was.
Clover, yeah. Just have him, like, suddenly he's stabbing Clover. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. I would have loved that scene. It probably would have been one of my favorite scenes in the whole thing.
Yeah, but Crow and Tyrion teaming up never would happen. And what a shock, Tyrion backstabs him. What a shock!
Yeah, it was
it's like, come on, you're better than this, Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
It's like the one big complaint I have with this like the one big issue I had with the volume was that scene.
Yeah. The impact of it was really good, though.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, the rest of, like, but the reason the things leading up to it weren't great, the impact was great.
And I'll save the rest when we get to Clover. Do you want to get to Clover now?
No, we're getting him when we go over the new characters.
Okay.
Winter!
Oh my goodness. Winter was absolutely phenomenal, and I love her.
Remember how you were like, I don't know what to think of this character back in Volume 2? Well, that's gone.
Yeah,
Volume 3.
She was phenomenal in this volume.
Yeah.
She's a really great character.
Yeah.
I love her a lot.
Also that time where she just finally breaks down multiple times.
Yeah.
Like the 2 times she broke down.
Because, like, before she was just kind of like, in a way, she
level-headed
was just...
Sainijima.
She's level-headed Sainijima, who is whose main purpose in the plot was to advance Weiss's character arc.
And the sheep.
It basically was irrelevant outside of. It was almost irrelevant outside of that.
Yep.
But now she's like has her own arc, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's really cool.
Let's leave him for last. Neo and Cinder's storyline.
Cinder continues to be. I like how Cinder.
She's lived this long.
Yeah, but honestly, ever since they made her kind of like doing her own thing, I felt like her character's been better for it. She's a lot less. She feels a lot less generic.
Yeah. Neo.
I don't understand how Neo is just like. Anytime Neo does anything, it's like one of the highlights of.
She's the Edna mode. You just want more of her, but they know the perfect amount to actually use her.
Yeah, they use her. They use her like 2 scenes, and those 2 scenes are so brilliant that you're like satisfied, but at the same time you're like, I need more. They just. Neo is like... I don't understand how she has so little screen time, but is so effective at the same... Is somehow so effective. Neo's wonderful. I love Neo.
Maria, I think her name is?
Is that the speedster or the hair person?
Tough person. Old lady with glasses. We're going through the returning characters.
Oh! Frida, okay, so they beat...
What? What are you talking about?
No.
Eyeglasses person! Futaba Toph! Blue lady! From Volume 6!
Oh, duh!
My God!
She was kinda...
She was just here.
Did she do anything after, like, the first episode?
She showed up.
Yeah, she didn't really do much.
As I said, we're just going through all the returning characters first.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Alright, so how long do you think the Ironwood one's gonna be for this review?
I really enjoyed what they did with Ironwood.
Yeah.
Like, he probably was one of the single most compelling parts of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And like this volume, more than any other volume in RWBY, really showcased why I think the Grimm are such a cool antagonistic force. Because like having an antagonistic force that is more powerful the more you're afraid of it is... Yeah. That's, like... It gives a reason to have that situation where you can't tell people what's happening.
Yeah.
Like when they were like, okay, we have to keep this in the dark. Like, this is like one times where it's like, well, we can't tell people about this, we have to keep this in the dark.
Yeah, this works.
This is like the one time in fiction where like, that comes up, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're right, I can't argue with that. Because if they do that,
people panic and then Grimm!
The people panic and then there's a ton of Grimm. What are you gonna do? Like, literally, I don't know, like I was like, there's like the main characters are like, this is what we need to do, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't even know if they're right. Ironwood might be right. I don't know. And it's so compelling, and I love it. It's so good.
The fight with Watts is great.
Oh yeah, like that. Honestly, like finally seeing Watts like actually fight was really, really cool.
Seeing Watts do
suddenly
something.
I was like, oh, like because before it was just like Watts is just that evil mustache twirling guy, but it's like actually seeing him like
Considering that he knows the Amity
style.
Stadium, like, he would know how to use it to his effects.
Also, just gun fu duel between him and Ironwood.
Also his countdown during it.
Yeah, that was... And that had a cool payoff to it, too.
Yeah.
That whole fight was really...
And then there's the point where Ironwood tips when he shoots Oscar, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, what the hell's Volume 8 gonna be like? Oh my god. So we're finally ready to hit the new characters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Schnees.
Oh.
Whitley, my god.
Okay, well, first I want to talk about the dad.
Jacques.
Jacques, yeah. I'll admit I was a little bit disappointed he didn't have some sort of backup plan.
Well, that's the point of him. He's not... He thinks everything's gonna go fine because he's rich and he can throw money at it.
Yeah. But it was... I mean, it was still really great, and I still love him. I still really enjoyed him as a villain.
I freaking loved it. Weiss just standing up to him, though.
Yeah.
And also him being like, I have an explanation that is not real. And no one buys it, which is the best part of that. No one bought it, and that's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Not real.
But, yeah. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with him.
Yeah.
But...
What they did do was great.
Yeah. There's like a little bit... It kind of feels a little bit like with Adam last volume, where I'm like, this feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity, but for what it was, they did a good job with it.
Alright, so we ready for the new characters then?
We didn't talk about Whitley.
Alright.
So, what they had with, like, of course Whitley ended up like this. You left him with your dad.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh shoot. Oh shoot, they're right.
Yeah.
And I really hope there's a payoff. There's a good payoff to that. Like,
Volume 8, I feel like if they're gonna do something with Whitley, they're gonna do in Volume 8
like
when they're still in
that could be like a determining factor over like that could like push Whitley to be in my like some of my favorite characters in this show, or it could make me really upset depending on how they handle it.
Alright, so we ready for the new characters then? All the new ones?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, Pietro Palladena. Penny's pretty much father. When the revelation came that they can't bring her back if she dies again because it's his aura going into her, I was like, you better not be killing off Penny again. I'm like, come on!
I really, like, we actually, like, took a break for a little bit shortly after that, and I mentioned, I'm so glad they did that, because it, like, gives so much more weight to any scene. It gives so much more weight to any, like, fight scene that she's in, because you know, if she dies, she's done.
Yeah, this time, if she dies, she's gone for good.
Although I do have one, I did think of something that I find like a little bit of a questionable thing. I wish they addressed this.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be his aura?
It's probably just his being a match, if I had to guess.
Probably, but I wish they had addressed it.
Like, if it wasn't his aura, it wouldn't be another Penny if she came back.
Yeah, like that's the explanation I probably would give, and that's probably the explanation I expected them to give.
Yeah.
But I would have liked it if they actually did bring it up.
Yeah, if it's like, if someone else's aura goes into her, she's not going to be the Penny we know, or something.
But I do really appreciate them doing that in the first place.
Alright, Aesop's. Ace operatives.
Oh, okay. Let's go one by one with them.
Elm.
Elm with Alum is the hammer one, I think. Dawn. Thunder Thighs.
Yeah, that one.
Well, Thunder Thighs. That was pretty great. It's pretty neat for me when I realized that she had the same voice actress as Lilac from Freedom Planet.
Yep.
Otherwise, she was just kind of the other one that was there for me. She was fine. I liked her, but she didn't have like a whole lot of impact for me.
Vine, which I think is the
I like that he's really
other dude that's not the other two.
He has cool abilities, and I like that he's like really visually distinct as a character. Other than that, though, he's also kind of just there.
All right, Marrow, the nearly bald-headed one.
I like how Oh no, that's not. No, Marrow's the dog wolf guy.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Vine.
No, Vine is.
I don't know which one's which.
I remember Marrow because he's the one I likes the most.
Oh, okay.
What was the other one? What was the other one?
Harriet and then Clover.
Oh, Harriet. Harriet's the speedster person with the mohawk.
Yeah.
Speedsters are cool.
Her thing with Ruby is great.
Yeah, she had some cool moments with Ruby. But honestly, like the pattern with a lot of them is I'm just kind of like, they kind of are like, most of them don't have like an individual impact. They only really have an impact as a group.
Yeah.
For me.
And
like
Clover?
Especially.
Clover's the only one that I feel like stands on his own, mostly because of his stuff with Crow.
I do want to talk a little bit more about Marrow.
Yeah.
First of all, you were like, oh, he has a wolf tail. This is totally gonna be Joel's favorite. And I was like, lol, yeah. And then he actually turned out to be like a really fun character, and I enjoyed him a whole lot.
Yep.
And he has and his power to like be like Zawarudo, point at you in Zawarudo. I was like, that's so cool.
Time stop.
So for me, he was actually the one that stood out the most personally. As far as Clover, honestly, like Clover stood out in that he was a cool
asset to Crow.
Yeah, he was a cool he's kind of like a cool foil to Crow in a lot of ways. But I do feel like making his power literally good luck is a little bit too on the nose.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just made that joke, like, for him to, like, comfort Crow a bit.
Yeah.
Like, if that was him just comforting Crow, I'd like it way more. But if it's, like, his actual semblance, I'm like, really?
I'm pretty sure it's his actual
semblance. Okay, then.
Because they never implied that he had a different semblance.
Good point.
But yeah, like, it was cool that they did that, and it worked well enough, but I do feel like it was a little bit it was a little bit obvious and on the nose.
Yeah.
Which I found a little bit frustrating. But I'm like, but it was alright. He's an alright character. And he also, like, didn't really stand out outside of that.
Alright, so...
But he was cool.
So, Robin.
Robin is cool. I liked how she literally just came to her own decisions, and her semblance is great, like tension building. Where it's like, no need for just a bajillion talks. Just, is this true? Yes. Okay. Neat. But yeah, she was I think it was really smart of them to have like another character, like having another character that was like to kind of have in conflict with Ironwood, but then she was honestly like the biggest thing that made it so it was like she was the main force pushing for like this is why we need to tell people what's going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was really necessary for that whole story arc to work. And aside from that, she was also just a really cool character, and she was likable. You could like you understood where she was coming from and like what her goals were and stuff, and like you could tell, like it wasn't like, oh, Iron was the bad guy, Rob was the good guy. It's not like Iron was the good guy and Rob was neither. They just, there's a big miscommunication. If she knew, like, what she knew was going on, she was on the same side as them.
Yeah.
But like,
I love the really fact with Iron, with the whole like Ironwood and Robin thing is like there's no like good guy bad guy thing in this one where it's like they're doing what they think is right. You decide. Like letting the viewer decide if they're the hero or the villain is great. Like like it's the morally gray thing that they've been trying to do with Ozpin the whole time. The whole morally gray thing they've been trying to do with Ozpin the whole time, but actually doing it right.
And actually, now that you bring that up, I also thought it was really cool that they brought up that they hid things from, that Ozpin hid things from them, and then they were doing the same thing. Yeah. And that's why they were like, we need to tell people, was because because Ozpin hid some stuff from them.
Yeah.
Which kind of, even that kind of puts you in the position of, you don't know if they're right, because they're just reacting to, they're honestly just reacting to somebody, like, they're honestly just reacting to somebody doing it to them.
Yeah.
It's not clear if it's right or not. Like, this volume was so great.
Alright, so next one. Let's leave her for last. Willow Schnee.
She was on screen for like 2 minutes.
She did wonderfully.
Yes.
She used those. It was so nice to finally get to see this character, and it's like, wow, this character is perfectly done.
Yeah. Like, what I loved is, like, in a way that seems completely in character and not forced at all. They basically told you they basically, like, in, like, one sentence, I think it was, like, she was basically like, Weiss, we both know exactly what Jacques has been up to this whole time.
Yeah.
And you just are like, so this is, you just realize, this is the family situation that they grew up in.
Yeah.
No wonder, like, it's like, it all makes sense how all these characters turned out. And it's like, oh my gosh, that scene was so well done.
Yeah, Willow Schnee was perfect for, like, just giving the backstory that all the Schnees needed.
And they did it in one sentence that made sense for her to say, and it just told you everything.
Yeah.
Like,
why is this so good?
Oh my goodness.
Anything else with her?
Oh my goodness.
Alright, Freya the Winter Maiden.
They did a really good job with her too. They did such a good job. Like, one thing I really love how they were like, they portrayed her as like really helpless, and then like when it came down to it, she kind of was like, oh wait, no wait, I'm actually the Winter Maiden. I'm actually stupid powerful.
Yeah, she nearly took out Cinder in like 5 seconds.
But like at the same time, it's like they didn't pull away from the fact that it wasn't like, it was like she did like the really big thing and saved the day, but it wasn't like, it also wasn't to the point that it was like, why didn't you just do that before?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that at all either. Because it's like, she did that, and then she was like, oh, well, it's like she basically just bought enough time
Yeah.
for them to...
To give up the maiden powers to someone and was like, are you the one?
Yeah. But yeah. She was... They did an excellent job with her.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much just stated through all the story beats, just going through the characters, actually. Except for the ending, where it's like, Grim Whale.
There's a giant grim whale.
Oh yeah, Salem's stuff in it.
Oh yeah, when Salem showed up.
Yeah.
And then... So reveal that, so it's official that Ruby's mom got killed by Salem, which is not very surprising to be honest.
Yeah, but honestly not that surprising, but it's like, well, it tore Ruby up.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing Ruby probably still had the hope that maybe her mother was still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Which, as far as we know, is still the case, and Salem's just lying. Pretty sure it's not Neo, though, at least.
No.
Someone will get that joke. But yeah, Volume 8's gonna be wow. What is Volume 8 gonna be? Like, that was my biggest thing where it's like, what the hell's 8 gonna be? We're fugitives, Crow's arrested, Oscar's on the ground by himself, Ironwood's trying to completely like isolate the main part of Atlas, and Salem's literally knocking on the door.
She's just like, something I do is I have a whale.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's gonna be next? Oh yeah, also, Cinder and Neo have the freaking relic now.
Oh yeah, do you think Emerald and Mercury are gonna do anything? They just like weren't there this whole volume.
I think they're still part of
yeah, they're still with
Salem's
Cinder.
main group.
I'm not Cinder.
Salem's main group. So they'll probably show up in 8.
Yeah.
So if there's any time for them to show up, it'll probably be if Salem notices Cinder's alive. Because Neo was more of a Torchwick minion more than a Salem one.
You know, how do you think they'll react when they find out the Cinder's alive? I definitely...
Salem's gonna be definitely something. Considering that Cinder's now Autumn Maiden. That's gonna be something.
That'll be really interesting. Honestly, I'm making a prediction that at least Emerald is probably going to defect from Salem and joining Cinder.
Yeah, probably.
Because I feel like she's only with Salem because she really has nothing else. She really has nothing else, but she was following Cinder, not Salem.
Yeah.
So if she finds out Cinder's back, she probably is going to join with her. Mercury, I'm not really sure of that.
I feel like Mercury probably will die if they do something like that.
That would be really interesting to see.
Well, considering how I thought that we were going to have 2 of Salem's minions down, and then it's like, nope, Tyrion's fine, and Watts is probably going to break out of jail easily. only a matter of time in Volume 8 before he gets out himself.
So one more thing. We still have to at some point go back to Beacon and get the relic there.
Yeah.
Coffee's
gonna be there, don't worry.
Coffee! I want to see Coffee again!
AK, you want to see Velvet again.
Well, Coco too. But yes, Velvet. Mostly Velvet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm betting we're gonna get to see them whenever we get back to Beacon because we
Hashtag bring back Camera Bunny.
Like we seriously have like nearly all of the Beacon characters to go through. Oh yeah, we also saw Funky again in this volume.
Yeah, that was honestly what like brought up the thought to me. And then you were like, oh yeah, we still need to go back to Beacon. I'm like, we do.
Yeah. Because as we figured out, no, it's not a relic. No, my cane is not
a relic.
Still one of the best things that ever happened to us while watching Freeze. But yeah, this ending leaves a lot. I want to know what the hell's gonna happen next. And I'm like, how long is RWBY gonna go on for?
Yeah, at the rate we're going, this is gonna be like, we're gonna go on
14
to like 12.
or 15 volumes,
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
I would say like 12 minimum.
Because we still got two relics uncalled, unchecked. Ironwood's on the door of one, and we got like we're gonna be an Atlas for Volume 8. And I don't know.
If they like really rushed it, they might be able to get it done by Volume 10.
I'm thinking 12.
I hope they don't.
I'm thinking like 12 or 15 is what it's going to be at the end.
Not 13 or 14, either 12 or 15. That's a joke.
It just feels like it. Yeah. And they're not Nomura, so it's not going to be 13. Yeah, it's definitely interesting at this point. God, why do we have to wait so long between volumes?
And why do we have to watch it with ads next time?
Oh. Well, yeah, that happened. Best volume so far?
I would say so.
Wonder how long this streak will go for.
We've been saying this since Volume 3.
Volume 4.
Volume 4.
We both said in Volume 3 that we weren't sure if it was 2 or 3 was better.
Right.
4 was a definite up, and then it's just been getting better and better since.
Although I will say, like a lot of people didn't like Volume 4, and I suspect why they didn't like Volume 4 was because they watched it one episode at a time while it was uploading instead of as a marathon feature, and they definitely can see how it'd feel really slow if you did that.
Yeah, but we just watched it through as a marathon, and it's like, yeah, it's been getting better and better. This show has really increased from its $7 budget.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our rambling review of RWBY Volume 7.
Yeah. What the hell's 8?
That's where they're gonna actually kill off it. That's where they're going to kill off their redhead character.
I swear to God, if they give me Norren and then take it away.
The rooster teeth giveth and the rooster teeth taketh away. And then they kill off RWBY.
They're not gonna do that. Maybe.